Hello, good morning, and welcome to forexforsteadyprofit.com. I use the Commitment of Traders report, which comes out every week on a Friday, and I need to give me an idea of market direction. I analyze the ratios of longs to shorts for the commercials and non-commercials, and I also look at the divergence on the pairs, and it gives me an idea of market direction. We'll just go and have a quick look at the charts. So here we have the Commitment of Traders information in its raw form. You get the non-commercial positions and the commercial positions, long and short, and then you get the change in open interest. And you also get that broken down underneath for longs and shorts for both the commercials and the non-commercials. And we can see this broken down into a graph over a period of time, which also gives us comparatives, which are also very useful to look back on the history. And so we'll go and do that right now. And here we have a graph of the positions over 52 weeks, that's a year, for the commitment of traders of the commercials and non-commercials. And this is for the Australian dollar. This chart is produced by cotbase.com. And you can see here where we got to a low position with the commercials, and we're completely opposite to the speculators, and they've got a long position, so we're short. You can see we had a big drop off in the price of the Australian dollar. Conversely, when we were at a high and very bullish for the commercials, and we were fairly bearish for the non-commercials, that we actually had a hike in the rise of the price of the Australian dollar. This is a very useful tool to be using, and we can show you other ways that we use it and other things that we do with it. So here we have the Australian dollar, US dollar, and we've got the RSI. Now if we put a trend line on the RSI and we wait for it to go above the 69.1 and come back down and cut through it, this gives us a sell signal. Now this obviously would have been a very good sell signal here. We had a sell signal here indicating this big long fall that we've had, and quite recently we've had a rise in the price of the Australian dollar, which is just going through the 50 here, and I'm expecting it to turn back down and cut through the trend line, which will give us another sell signal because we have an extreme position of short the commercials and long the non-commercials on the Commitment of Traders report, and this should be quite a long sustained downward trend, which is always very profitable. Last bit of information, this is Ludwig's divergence calculator, and it works really well, and this helps us with the crosses. These are the currencies against the US dollar, and here we have the crosses calculated, and it gives us a divergence value between the commercials and the non-commercials, and it shows some of the pairs that are of more interest than others. A very useful tool, only available on the Members Centre, and the pairs that are of most interest we do feature on the video on the Members Centre every day, so you get a daily video on those. Hello, good morning and welcome. It's Monday the 20th of November, and it's just after 8 o'clock, so we've got the London Open, and we'll start with the AUD USD. We've got a commercial short ratio of 2.68 to 1. So we're short the Australian dollar. I am expecting a little bit of a pullback in this. I've not got a lot on at the moment. I actually took profit at the red line. I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a bounce back to the 77. This is good heavy support. If I put it down onto a monthly chart, you can see all the tops of the candles here. I think we might see a little bit of a bounce back, but I'll just take it as the days come. I've got my trade in, I've got stops on, If it goes down, I'll add to them. If it goes up, I will wait for weakness and sell it back down. Pound USD, a nice bit of strength in this. I am actually, I feel short this. I think this is going to short down to about the 129 mark. If it gets there, I'm going to buy it back up. So we'll see how that goes. But at the moment, the commercials and the speculators have got a short position. So I am expecting this to short back down. We're above the 50 on the RSI, and I'm expecting that to turn around. USD CAD, I'm expecting quite a lot of strength on this pair. We have a commercials ratio of 2.65 to 1 short. That's short the Canadian dollar, long this pair. We are just slightly above the 50 on the RSI, but basically sort of flat. I'm just waiting for a bit more strength in the dollar and weakness in the oil price, and hence the Canadian dollar. We'll see how that goes anyway. Euro USD, it's actually we've had a red candle this morning. It's popped back up. A bit of good news from Germany about an hour ago. I've got 2 trades in, one with a stop at the top there. So as this comes down, and I feel that it is going to, it's broken my trend line. It didn't break it very high up, so that's not such a strong signal as far as I'm concerned. We've got a commercial short ratio of 1.59 to 1, and hopefully we'll see this move back down, and as it comes down, I'll be adding to my shorts. USD Japanese yen, I've added to my shorts as this has come down. It's made a really steep move down. I'm expecting this to continue. More strength on the Japanese yen. We have a commercials ratio of 4.58 to 1 long the Japanese yen, short the pair. So we'll see how this goes, but like I said, I've got my stops in. I'm just coming into profit on my bottom trade here. So as soon as we get that clear, we can perhaps add a little bit more. USD Swiss franc, this has got a commercials long ratio for the Swiss franc, short for the pair of 7.75 to 1. So that is really a good strong signal short. We are just slightly below the 50 on the RSI, and I'm expecting weakness on this. We've got a nice 2 recent lows. We've got a nice potential there of 380 pips. We'll see how that goes. These work out better on the crosses because you know, the divergence between the crosses is a lot greater. So I am doing quite well with these on the crosses. The New Zealand dollar, US dollar, had a little bit of a bounce back this morning. I was surprised at the weakness in this pair. I thought it was going to pull back. We've actually just bounced off the 30.9 on the RSI. You know, I think we should have a pullback on this, but I'm not trading it. I'm not trading this on crosses. We've got a commercial long ratio of 1.82 to 1. I think we're going to see a bit of a pullback on the New Zealand dollar, but you know, we'll see how it goes. If it pulls back, basically it'll be a fairly decent sell. Silver, more sideways movements. We got a red candle this morning. It's not really done anything or gone anywhere. I'd like to see it break nicely below the 50. Well, you know, as the pound gains strength, sorry, as the dollar gains strength, we will see more weakness on this. But anyway, the commitment of traders were very bearish of this. So we'll see how it goes over the rest of the month and into the beginning of next month. But I do expect this trade to come right for me. And if it's a cheap swap, So there you go. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully see you again tomorrow. Cheers, bye.